Hello, I'm Chakax. We're playing Void War. Void War is a space combat simulator roguelike that's very reminiscent of Faster Than Light. So if you have any familiarity with the now rather veteran Steam game, you'll be right at home. If not, you'll pick up the kind of design and mechanics early on. It's a rather cruel and uncaring universe. We'll be plied with endless hostile forces trying to blow our little ship out of the ether, but I think we'll be okay. For our selection, you'll already know what I've picked, time travelers though you are, from the thumbnail and title and the like, but I'm guessing here, so let's see what we want. I have some resonance from our last campaign to buy something new, so let's look. A mutant, born and raised in the exclusion zones of Tyrant 3, gifted with unnatural constitution and monstrous physical strength. So yeah, 120 HP, 4 damage per second, very, very tough. 2 weapon slots and a tool slot, so yeah, a bruiser if I've ever seen one. Or a Wight, even more HP. Commander is a psyker, so can raise dead or rot spawn in enemy rooms. A vile creature spawned from the depths of the abyss. Steeped in sorcery, it has deceived countless Imperial officers using a beguiling visage. That's beguiling, are you sure? Looks rather off-putting to me. Or the Paladin. 80 HP, 3 damage. Embolden. All friendly, improves the DPS of friendly crew, so we have a buffing character. Descendant of a great warrior lineage, once pledged to the Imperial cause. Of all of these, I think, given my nature, we can play 130 HP. That's quite a big chungus here. I have a bit of a cold, so I think playing as the sickly fellows is perfectly on theme for this campaign. You can probably hear it in my voice. We'll play the Wight. Do you want to unlock? Yes. Play the Wight. Excellent. We need to name ourselves. Normally I'll just name it after me, but I think we can adapt it somewhat. I want to welcome Chungax here, chunky though he is. And for our ship, I believe, as I've seen from previous notes, there was... look at us. Are we heaving? Are we coughing and spluttering? It's a bit like me right now. I think there was a vessel that is perfect for us, as it has a number of rot spawn, or the Cult of Death, the rotting fellows on it. It's not this one. It's not that one. It's not that one. This one. Perfect. So we have a Deathbringer and a Death Knight on board. So I think that synergizes perfectly with our style. So for our difficulty, we have Torment 2 now. Enemy crews are stronger. Scrap income is reduced. Stacks with all previous difficulty levels. So Torment 1 was Solar Flares, Corrosive Storms, and Rift Storms powerful. And now we have less scrap to work with, and enemies are tougher, which I think is fine. Torment 2. Our weapons are 3 Putrefactors. 1 shot, hull damage 1, creating toxic gas. So we're spreading my lovely cold into every enemy ship we come across, as we're a very generous sort, it turns out. And the Deathbringer, Chaos Rift, teleport all crew into target room, so I can throw my Death Knight aboard the enemy room, and the Death Knight can extinguish all fires and create toxic gas, which is okay. Maybe I'll swap that out for something later. We have a module. Corpse Effigy halves the repair speed of poisoned enemies. So if we poison them with, all of that gas we're firing out, they then get their repair speed crippled so they can't function. As the strange miasma engulfed the tribesmen, it brought upon them a spectral torpor, their movement slowed to an unearthly pace, as though the miasma was a conduit for silent ancient curse emanating from the effigy itself. So we can rename our ship. I think we can do better than that. Well, it's got a bunch of rather smelly fellows on it, so it's a smelly ship. It's smelly. Smelly the ship. Yeah, Chungax aboard Smelly. Off we go. God King has fallen. The Empire is in despair. Brother fights against brother as the ruinous cults sweep through the stars. Every fabric of reality trembles before the onslaught of demonic swarms. Deep within the Imperial core worlds, one final hope exists: to rekindle the flames within the Vault of Souls. To the Empire, you are a blasphemer. To the cults, you are a heretic. Trust no one. Let none stop you from bringing the renegades of this forsaken realm to their destined annihilation. Ready your ship for the voyage ahead. Okay, we have 35 scrap on hand. 1 shield we're currently manning. Let's save our stations. The engines, the shields, and the command throne, so we can actually move the ship. Makes sense. We have some psychers, so we can teleport my Death Knight in if that's prudent. We can smother fires where he is. I can summon Rot Spawn, which I think is going to be quite important as I play through. So we can kind of supplement our boarding techniques with Putrefactors. I'm aiming for this to be an interactive campaign run, So if you have any naming suggestions or anything you want to be plugged in here, if you want to be a character, let me know. Or just want to have any feedback regarding how I play this, by all means do pitch in the comments. I'll go ahead and stop and read them all and take them on board. Now with our initial scrap, what I like to do, I like to upgrade my sensors immediately, as it will allow me to see what's going on in enemy vessels, which makes boarding and attacking certain key systems and enemies much easier. Okay, here's the star map. I'm going to move through and reach the Stargate on the other side. So we just want to decide, do we want an Imperial Shrine? No, we want to devote ourselves to the Cult of Death. That is our plague run of our sick boys, so we're going to find one later, so we'll avoid this and rather just do this. We could take the Merchant. It's a mercenary broker and it's a psychomancy seller, so I might be able to pick up some very nice stuff to supplement here. So let's head this way. Probably engage my weapons at some point. You come across an abandoned comet mining operation. Former operators have left behind a quantity of explosive. 2 fusion charges. Deal 5 damage to nearby system. That's nice. Who wants that? I believe it is a tool, so all our characters and troops have slots where you can put things. Weapons, armor, and tools. So the only thing I have that can take a tool is the Death Knight, so you can take those, and I can board enemies and fusion charge them, blow up their important systems. Transport vessel detected. Several ships are visible in the distance, splitting away from a larger fleet. They are undefended and appear to be transporting material. You analyse their cargo. Most are worthless, but a couple of them catch your eye. You consider attacking one of them. Attack one transporting supplies, attack one transporting a prisoner. Upgrading our number of crew immediately would be rather nice, as having more crew on hand, both defensively and offensively, is very potent, and I can start manning stations. So let's go after the prisoner. You prime your weapons. You should probably do that. Future factors are online. We are dealing with 1 acolyte and 1 marshal. My Death Knight can probably slaughter those, to be honest. And their weapons are rather weak, so not too threatening. I would like to... Let's throw some gas in there. The rot spawn will throw those immediately into their weapons. Being shot. Might take 1 whole point here of damage. Yeah, fine. Spawn have arrived. Now what I'll do is I'm going to use Chaos Rift to throw everyone in this room, namely my Death Knight, into the enemy ship. Whoosh. We have boarded. Now, Rotspawn are obviously fighting this, but they're a bit weak, so they can't win. So I'll have you stump through and trade places with one. Actually, you stand here. You can fight this one. I think we're immune to the poison. I doubt it would be dealing damage to us, so I think we're fine. Annoyingly, this is still shooting at me, so let's kill this quickly and get a move on. Okay, it's dead now. I got there a bit too slow, so this is more damage. I'm going to vent these rooms to get the oxygen out, and we'll pummel this acolyte to death. Or not, he's trying to run. Poison finished him. We've obtained a cyber priest, okay? So an on-ship engineer fellow. Close the doors and recall crew. Back to your stations. Now, where do we want to man the cyber priest? Onto the weapons, I think makes sense. But he also has the psychic power. Psychic projectiles ignore shields and cannot miss. Cast a projectile that shields the system from damage for 20 seconds. Does not prevent ion damage, so it makes the system invulnerable. Not our ship, but protect a certain system on board. That's our new spot. High temperature detected or unvisited node, so we'll be dealing with a lot of fires if we were to deal with this one. I do have the ability to suppress fires with the Death Knight, so that's not too bad. You encounter a Death Cult vessel loitering close to the star. It arms its weapons, so rather like me. Now, they are more potent. There's some ghouls, necromancers. Honestly, they're all actually pretty fragile. Looking at their HP, so I think I could just board them immediately. Throw the rot spawn in, hit their weapons so they can't hurt me. Corruption beam. Does not affect shields, creates corrosive gas. I've only got 1 shield destroyer. Oh, I've got the rot spawn. Now Chaos Rift, my friend here. I'll let the rot spawn arrive first, as that makes it easier for me. Now they'll move to do that. Now I'll send my Death Knight in. Where have we popped up? I can't see myself. There we are, in the weapons room. There's going to be some relatively easy wins here. One's dead already. They're trying to board me in return. Interesting. Weapons are offline. He's trying to summon 2 ghouls. We could stop that by interrupting him. Annoyingly, the rot spawn aren't controllable, I have to use my Death Knight to march over there and stop him. Couldn't stop it in time, shame. We're about to be boarded, bad news. There's nothing in that room, sadly. So I have to come back. Let's fire some gas. Not that it serves any purpose, really, but I might as well do some damage to them. Who wants to deal with this for me? You and you fight this. I'm quite tough, as you recall, so I can hit this effectively. Can I get there before they destroy my shields? Yes, I'm just a bit slow. How's it going over here? All of their crew is dead, so once these are dead, the fight is over. Oh, there's an enemy ghoul here, sorry. Let's recall now, as I don't care what's going on board here anymore. I can use my Death Knight defensively. There you go, we're now in the right room. We're on fire as well. Okay, I can stop that easily. Where's the nearest hatch? There, I'd have to vent this, this, and this. That unfortunately means I have to leave the safety of the engine room. That's not too much of a problem. Open this door, open this door, open that door. Wait, we need to kill this as well. Oh, another crawler. There you go. Fire is out. Scrap metal achieved. Close all the doors. My rots one are cooking on the other side, but that's fine. Return to stations, everyone. Going to leave before the... Oh, I can't get there. I'm going to be set on fire again before I can stop it. Fine. Just leave that room. There we go. I was hoping to leave before the fire happened, but we are very slow. Unbelievably slow, so it takes a while to reach the command throne. Now we can go. I have very little scrap to play with here, so this might be a bit unfortunate. Still, they could have something nice. I can put you in touch with whomever you want for a fee. I've seen the Technocoat's coronal mass extractors in action. It is a mesmerizing yet eerie sight, draining energy from stars to fuel their insatiable thirst for power. Trade. There'll be some individuals we can buy if we have the resources for it. Kind of don't, to be honest. Equipment. I could afford a Corsair. Oh, that's a Death Contest. I'd love a Gorgothian Legionary. I could board him along with the Death Knight, but I can't quite afford it. Can I sell something that lets us afford it? No, because I can't rip this out and sell it. So there's no point. I'd have to sell one of my guns, which is insane at this point, and even then it wouldn't get me there. So nope, we can't do any of the fancy stuff. We can just take some equipment. Oh, I could buy weapons and armor for my Death Knight. What can I equip you with? Let's see. Death Knight has a weapon slot and a tool slot, but not armor. Guess I could use the armor on the Cyber Priest, but I don't intend to do too much combating with you, so that's fine. And Psychomancy, temporarily summon 3 fleshlings and reagents, so that's the only good one. Might swap that out with, I don't know, maybe the gas one, but it's too expensive. I want the weapon. So which one do I want? +2 flat DPS for my knight, or 1 DPS or 2 PS in small rooms. Extra damage near my enemy systems on kill. So it's more effective if I'm in a small room, which is one of these, which is 1 by 1, but less effective on average. I think I'll take the medium one. I'll probably wind up in... don't have to be in small rooms all the time, so I'll take the sword. Sword equipped, there you go. We're now DPS 7 with 140 HP. There's nothing really early game that's going to be able to stop us in a direct battle. And for other things, that is a tool, not a... ah, that's a tool, not armor. Enemy DPS cannot exceed 2, and it gives me HP. It just slows me down. But when I'm teleporting, I don't care, so... I could remove that, and I could use Cathedral Ward on this one, making him borderline invincible. Enemy DPS drops all the way down to 2, which is pathetic, so... yes, I think so. Cathedral Ward. Bam, there we go. 150 HP, your DPS is 7, enemy DPS at 2. It's basically unstoppable. That's all I can do at this point. I suppose I can repair my ship a tiny bit. Ion Storms or Unvisited Nodes. I don't think there's any reward for going through Ion Storms or the extra hard one, so I'll just go to the regular one. Come across an ancient and elaborately decorated Imperial starship drifting in space. It is a casket ship, a burial custom particular to high-ranking nobles in the Empire. Okay, we need to spend the money on the weapon. You arrive at the central hall within the ship to find a large stone plinth. On it rests a flaming sword. Hellfire Blade, 3 DPS, 1 on enemy ship, creates fire on kill, grants immunity to fire to friendlies nearby for 30 seconds. That's pretty incredible. Well, in that case, take your 2 DPS sword and swap it out with a 3 DPS sword. So we're now poisoned and fire. And then somebody else needs a weapon. Yeah, I guess, why not? Up or down. The shipyards will allow us to generate extra crew. We can create machine slaves, which would be useful, as I could use one to man the... Well, in fact, what I'll do now, as I would like to teleport myself into combat, I'm going to use the Cyber Priest as the command individual. And you can take up weapons. Slow as we are. Eventually I'll replace them with the machine slave, so I can then use you instead in the same room as the knight, so I can teleport them both over and mess the enemy up on board. So I think I will aim for one of these. Either weapons or ordnance. I think basic weapons are the way to go. Alarm sirens blare as an enemy starship screams into view. It is covered in what looks like human flesh. Delightful. But it's manned entirely by rather pathetic thralls, except for one cultist who's easily dealt with, so reduce noxious dead, please. Just into somewhere annoying. I think teleporting you in alone is sufficient, so just Chaos Rift him right now. Interrupted. Oh, that was quite lucky, as in the perfect room. There you go. Their important one has already died, and there's gas everywhere because my fellows died, so they're all going to be dying anyway. I'm immune to fire, I believe, so I don't care. So these will all be dying to the flames anyway. Oh, we won. Difficult, I know. Look at the incredible amount of noxious fumes we generate. Scrapping munitions. And we're full HP, basically. I'm only immune to fire on kill, interestingly, but I think I start the fire when I kill them, so it kind of synergizes like that. We can't spend 10 munitions, we can't afford it. There's a defunct starship armament production facility here. It can be reactivated, which requires chemical fuels. Nope, no use to you, we move on. Pick up a machine slave. Although, I could use actual... I'm kind of struggling for scrap here, we do need a bit more. I'll get more crew later. I think I need to take more fights. You exit subspace and pass through the remains of a large Imperial colony. Anything of value has been plundered long ago. Okay, we're getting a bit unlucky with the random spawns here. We need people to infect. You overhear a conversation while docked at a trading outpost. We'll hit the Imperials so hard, they will never bother us again. The man speaking then proceeds to detail their plans to bomb a nearby Imperial supply station. Supposedly, the station will be undefended for 36 hours due to a hiccup in their security detail. You consider what to do with this information. Attack the authorities, raid the station before the attack, do nothing. Or alert the authorities, rather. Raid the station, we need to kill everything. We're death cultists, we're not exactly a friendly bunch. Inside the raid station at the aforementioned time, unfortunately it appears the man was wrong about the station being undefended. I'm fine with that, honestly. Imperial Acolytes, Commandos, Scribe. Commandos are actually a little bit potent, so we do have to respect those. So what I'll do is I'll march myself over there and have more hitting power on their ship. They can hurt me with their weapons, so I don't need to be worried about that. Let's rot spawn their weapons now. Stop moving so I can use my psychic power. Oh, you're so slow, please. There you go. Whoosh, whoosh. We're being shot now already, which is nice. I'll take at most 1 damage, so we're okay. What was this one again? Oh, Chaos Rift, of course. What about the other ones? Extinguish fires, protect system. Don't really care, honestly. I'm just going to protect my shields in case they decide to hit that. Oh, why has it got such a long charge time? Alright, now let's Chaos Rift everyone in here over. And fire my weapons, because they do some nice gas damage. Where their shields would be good. Whoosh. Okay, I've arrived in this room. And now they're on. Yeah, they're gassed as well. This isn't going to go well for them. That's still clinking away at me annoyingly. He's trying to escape from all the horrid gas. Let's run him down. Oh, that's my Wight being killed on its own. I need to go help that one, actually. You move down here so we can work together. Now we're good. Go murder him. I just shoot him a bunch with these guns. That'll probably kill him. Where are you going? There we are. There is no time to mount a salvage operation. The station is on full combat alert. You move on. Oh, we didn't get any salvage. We just had to fight. That's a shame. Ouch. Keep fighting. Find yourself shrouded in a spectral haze. Environmental warning lights flash as corrosive gases begin seeping through your hull. Moments later, an Imperial cruiser tears through the murk and opens fire on your ship. Thank you. An acolyte and a recruit. That's easy to deal with. But they can hurt us. I need to upgrade my shields as fast as possible. That nullifies a lot of their potential damage output. Let's Noxious Rift. Here comes the dudes. And I think just our Death Knight is sufficient here. Hello. If we're lucky, is it random rooms? All crew in target room to random rooms on the opposing ship. So we're just getting very lucky with where they pop out. I like being on top of enemies instantly. We can destroy that quickly, that'd be good. We're going to get laser beamed in a second here, I'm afraid. But if my shield comes back, we're okay. As the laser can't penetrate shields. That's already dead, so we'll just come up to him now. Not really bothering my weapons, they're not particularly relevant at this point. There we go, we're done. Collect what you can. 12 munitions or 21 scrap. I need the scrap for upgrading our vessel. Prepare a few more of them on this one, as well as a heavy disruptor missile. Detect an Imperial warship speeding towards you. Weapons primed. It does not seem to mind the fact that it is about to start a fight inside a densely packed asteroid cluster. This one is going to be a headache because we're going to be hit by asteroids constantly as we try and fight this. What I would like to do really is pack everyone into a single room so I can throw the rot spawn into their weapons. So I can Chaos Rift myself in a moment. Once I get there, they need a second to arrive. Think about now. It's pretty slow. No, that's good. So I'll move him over quickly to be over there. Oh, I can assassinate this recruit while I'm here, why not? Spawn override. I can't fire my putrefactors yet. Oh, they do so little damage, they're even struggling to kill this. Although we're doing very well down here in recompense. They're now trying to run away from my... Oh, this is going to hurt a bit. My putrefactors ready. Let's try hitting their weapons, stopping this from hurting me. The ion only affects the system, it doesn't damage us, so we're fine otherwise. There you go, their weapons are off, we're safe. Our Death Knight has culled through the entire populace. So we're immune to both the poison gas and the fire. There's not much our acolyte can do. 31 scrap, thank you. Core crew. Stand in place. Right, do we want a weapons dealer? Actually, let's test this now. How much do I need to upgrade the next section of shields? I need 50, 20 and 30, and then I'll need another 40. I need 90 in total to get there. I'm almost there now. If I dropped 1 point of engines, I could have my second tier, which tells me that I won't really benefit from visiting the shop, as I just want more scrap. I'll have none in there, so I'm better off coming this way. All blood fellows, excellent. You penetrate a heavy asteroid field and can scan surroundings. Suddenly, a cult starship reveals itself. Your death is all but assured. Is it? Interesting. Send the zombies over. Where do we want to hit them? Their weapons can no longer hurt us, as they've only got 2 shots and I have 2 shields, so they can bounce off the shield and not reach my ship, so we're safe, effectively. There we go. Chaos Rift in a moment. About now. I'm in a single room, so only one of them can fight me, which is going to go great for me. But that being said, my rot spawn are already dead because they're rather weak. There's no one coming to fight me in the flame room. Let's just keep poisoning them, I don't mind. Their engines are off now. Our ritualist is dying. Another blood golem. He's both on fire and fighting a death knight. It's pretty hard. Oh, he's the only one left. Okay, we'll spend... Oh, he died. Got poisoned. It's rather easy. I'd love more crew just so I can send more genuine boarders in. Those rot spawn aren't necessarily contributing a huge amount. A nearby techno-cult vessel is transporting some valuable relics. It detects your ship and immediately turns to engage you. It seems the machine priests will never pass up the opportunity to acquire more artifacts. I don't think we have any of those. There is a vault on board this vessel, which incentivizes us to board in that particular room and seize it. Their weapons can't hurt us, so we're safe to do this nice and slowly. If I just hit their weapons, I'll have 3 rot spawn and 1 will spill out over to the other slots. The engineers are weak, the servo husk is not particularly strong either. Yeah, we're gaining more HP on spawn than we're losing, so we're fine just to attack. Hello. So one of you just want to quickly... I can't control the rot spawn. Okay, it has to be you in a second. Give me a moment. Alternatively, we can just kill everyone on board, and then we automatically get the vault anyway. I'm immune to fire, and you're not. Dead. We win. 18 scrap achieved. And then we get the vault contents as well, which is a ballistic shield. Who wants that? Interesting that we always recall on this spot. Good to know. Okay, the shield. Reduce enemy DPS by 1, which obviously isn't quite as good as enemy DPS cannot exceed 2. That's far more potent. It only costs us speed, but that's not really slowing us down. So he wants a shield. You can take one. Oh no, it's a tool, apologies. The Deathbringer cannot use a tool. Psychic powers only. Oh, I had an extra slot. I could have put an extra one in there. I need to remember that. I'll find a good one later. And me as well. I'm currently not using... I've got 2 extra psychic power slots to fill. So the only tool available is you, just in case you get engaged in combat. You can be slightly more durable. The wound increases difficulty if you want, but I think we're doing just fine on this one. So the node, if you would please. Ah, another vault. Fantastic. Excellent RNG. Come across a Death Cult warship transporting valuables. Mage and cultist, and that's it. That is pretty meager, let's be honest. We're safe from their weapons, so who cares? Board. Where have I popped up? Oh, in the room with him immediately. Which is quite good. We've been slowed and poisoned. So let's just get out of the room. Dead, dead, dead. That's it, they're out of things. You collect what you can from the remains. Choose one. 1 times fear and 14 scrap, or an energy lance. If I sold it, it would probably be worth more. But that's just about, I suspect, what the value is, 15 or 14. And then I get the Psychomancy, so that one. And then we have extra scrap anyway for just winning. That was the vault. Perfect. Maybe the gassy room. It doesn't say... Oh, it says it there, you go, immune to poison. You can see it at the very top. We're immune to poison, we're immune to... We're all immune to poison, our death cultists. Makes sense. Okay, so loadout. I have fear. Fear all nearby crew for 10 seconds. Is it instant? That would be really good on the Death Knight, actually. But I might just trade that out, because obviously I board and then I fear them. Which I don't know. Thusly daunted, the cohort broke, trampling their masters in hysterical flight. I think I can use that to kind of mess the enemy up. I don't know how it actually works. This is basically worthless, as far as I can tell. Extinguish nearby fires, but we like fires. We like setting them, and then we're immune to them, which is fantastic. So I'm going to trade this one. We now have fear, and I'll test that on the next jump. Approach the Stargate. Right, Techno Cults or Shrine Worlds? Well, really, what we're after is the Death Cult sectors, so I think heading this way to reach the X's is the way to go. Neutral sector. Well, I think the war zone, the X's are where our fellow blood cultists are, so that would be the best option for us. And then we can't tell a difference between that one and that one, so Yeah, either or. Neither of these are really our bag, so techno cult. You arrive at the techno cult controlled sector. The priests of the machine cult are defined by their pursuit of knowledge and rationality above all else. Some say many of their kind have taken these ideas too far. Right, do we want to mess around with our ship first? Well, it's 100 to get to there, and then another 45, so 145 to upgrade another tier of shields. I mean, I could just about do it. I don't want to become a machine servant. The mercenary broker I think is quite tempting though, as I could get some powerful crew, and I really need more. So let's head up this way. Sensitive. You come across an abandoned munitions depot. It is in suspiciously good shape, but whatever supplies that lay within may very well be worth the risk. So check it out, move on, or if we have the option, one of these special ones, they're usually the best, and it's unlocked by having some sort of crew or allotment. So scan for suspicious activity. A detailed scan uncovers the depot as part of an elaborate raider trap. Realizing the failure of their ruse, the raiders recklessly attack. Hello. They have a bombard, so they can't actually get through our shields. That'll be constantly shooting at me, so I need to deal with that. Send in the husks. Their weapons. Send in our big fellow. We've landed here. Now, are more people... They're all in my room now, so can I fear them? Fear. Okay, it scares the pants off them and scatters them around. That's quite convenient. Who's the toughest? 40 and 5. 34. Oh, actually, there's a couple of guys who are fairly durable here. Let's just get onto someone and kill them. Oh, the doors are too strong. Blast. Fine. Fire the purifactor at their weapons. They can't hit us. There you go. Their weapons are off. I'm relatively safe now. Also stuck on some doors, annoyingly. Get me through, please. Damn, if he's going to fight me, that's fine. The Corsair is... Or he'll die in a second, which is good. I really need to kill one of them, as that will start a bunch of fires, which is good. Sadly, we have now wound up being outnumbered. He just limped out of the room, which kept him alive. Which means I now sadly have to fight 2v1. That being said, the DPS is reduced to 2, so I'm basically fine. And now they're on fire. Fire more putrid. I don't fire any more guns. I don't want to accidentally blow up the ship and kill my poor Death Knight. Dead, dead. There you go. We won anyway. Scrap munitions. Oh, and a gun. With the raider threat dissipated, you search the munitions depot. You recover a functioning starship armament within. Yeah, big gun. Goes on there if we want it. We'll heal not quite to full. We took a bit of damage on that one. We need more help boarding. It's being hard carried by our valiant putrid Death Knight here. What do I do with this? Needs 2 more power. Charge time 13. 3 shots. Interesting. Large pulse arrays were found necessary to maintain adequate effects against heavier shielding. Okay, so this is an ion weapon that basically is used to disable shielding, and then I put poison everywhere. Oh, we're basically full HP. 8 munitions that I can't use. Fantastic, thank you. See if we get some decent crewmen here. Ooh. Put you in touch with him you want for a fee. During my travels, I take archaeological sites. The reverence which they handle ancient techno relics is incomparable, almost maniacal. Right, they have, it's not surprisingly, it's all tech fellows, but I do have more thralls, which is excellent. I have more summon options. It's not quite my type, but they're still nice to have. Oh, that's a death cultist. Fantastic, Gorgothi Legionary. You're definitely coming aboard. Welcome. There you go, I have an extra border, what I wanted. Now, what are your equipment slots like? I could have seen it a second ago, but just bear with me. Armor, weapon, and tool. Okay, full allotment. We have a tool, a weapon, and a weapon. So, repair speed. It adds repair speed's pretty irrelevant, but the extra DPS is valuable. The Holy Scepter. DPS against targets with less than 50 HP. Purify all friendly crew aboard ship on kill, which is kind of nice. Or the Glaive, which is DPS in medium rooms. So they're kind of the same, but just a lot of raw damage or less damage. I get better against high armor targets, but I don't really care about those. They're going to die almost instantly anyway with the fire and poison. So I think the way to go is the Glaive, and I want to buy Thrall as well, as I can use that immediately. So I'll give you a Glaive. Bam, enjoy. So we go up to... So it's 6 when you're in a medium room, such as where I'm stood now, which is quite potent. I think I'll just have you stand in here, because that'll allow you to jump immediately. And then someone needs to use the summon thrall, so we have even more borders. Who isn't using a psychic power currently? We aren't. Can fix that. As well as Zarnog. I could give him the summon thrall, so I can summon thrall and then throw that over. Why not? There we are. So I have more help with boarding. What's the difference? Cooldown 40, cooldown 25. Ah, this has a charge time. And a jolly long charge time at that. Summon a thrall and target him. So I have to be... I could use that... I didn't realise it was so slow. Well, there's no way to know in advance. I have to slightly change my order of operations for boarding actions. We arrived to see an Imperial fleet engaging the local sister militia. Oh, we've been boarded. Good. You hear the thump of an Imperial assault board slamming into your hull while the Imperial vessels is attacking you. Well, if you want. You've boarded into a room where you can't win. Why would you board with a scribe? Look how pathetic they are. Normally I can't use summon thrall while I'm waiting for you to die, so let's just give them a second. Come on, any time now. Your DPS is low, which is annoying. Splat. There you go. Now we can throw some thralls in. So summon thrall first. Their bombard's a valid target. And then throw some noxious dead in there. A charge for 10 seconds. It's going to take a while. Hello. I've only put the rots in there though, and they're not really strong enough to do anything on their own. Where did the other ones go? Oh, they hit the shields. I didn't know they did that. No, psychic projectiles ignore shields and cannot miss. And where did the other ones? Did they die instantly? I must have missed it. Whatever. They're not actually that threatening, so I'm just going to go for their shield system. I can take that out. It makes it easy to do damage later. Any second now. The big thrall is away, so now what I can do is I can throw a Chaos Rift. Wait for it to arrive. Gives a second. I'll do it now, I think. Whoosh. We've arrived. And now I fear everyone. Whoom. Well, I didn't want... Oh, maybe it's only in the room I'm in. And I got super lucky last time. Oh, that Gorgothian Legionary is dying almost instantly. I need to kind of micro this carefully. Hang on. You'll win the fight with this, I think. No, you won't. You're actually going to lose. I'm going to have to recall crew to save him. Ouch. Okay. That's it's a like a million-year charge time to summon a troop that doesn't really do anything. Blood Thralls are kind of weak. I just putrefact them then. Enjoy. Give me a second. I'll go over and kill you in a bit. I need more defensive options for you. You're too... Oh, there's a tool I can obviously put on you that I'm not using, which is silly. Oh, Chaos Rift's all ready to go again. Hello again. Murder them all. Dead. The scrap. And a crew are called. Militia has managed to repel Imperial fleet and militia broadcasting out to serve the comms. Beware of Imperial infiltrators. Treat any vessel in the area without any ident codes as suspect. You hear this and make your escape. We're back in. Okay, so loadouts. I was using this one on you, but that's not serving any purpose. Far more effective for the Legionary to have it. There you go. I can reduce their DPS. Also, I should use the putrefactors as a bit of synergy with you. You're not going to be fighting for a while, as you need to regenerate a lot, so I'm just going to have you do something else. Stand there. You tear back into real space and are greeted with the familiar silence of space. You move on. Great. Not ideal. Do I want one of the shipyards now? Give myself a servo husk and I could just man it onto a station somewhere. It's not really that important. Counter a raider vessel under attack by an Imperial patrol ship. Attack immediately. Power your weapons and move to engage the Imperial ship. Okay. We'll do this immediately now. Let's throw the Thrall first, as we need to wait 10 seconds. They have a lot of actual power. 3 shots, 1 shot, so they got 4, so they can get through me. That'll take a long time to charge though, which is nice. So throw this. Throw some rot spawn into their system as well. Could have waited maybe, but okay. Spawn have arrived. Can't win fights, but I can poison everything nicely. You're all sick as parrots now. I'm going to do... I'd love to do this first. Can I do 2 psychic powers simultaneously? I can! Oh, but it interrupts the first one. So it sort of works, but not quite the way you would hope. Hello. Come fight me if you want. I don't mind. Let's hit their weapons a bunch. Swoosh. There we go. Stop the storm cannon from firing, which is perfect. You'll die immediately. This one's dead. Now they're on fire. You're poisoned and on fire. It's rude, I know. Oh, we got hurt somehow. They slipped through. Collect what you can. Mind Bolt and Scrap Metal, which is a psychic power that deals flat damage or a huge chunk. Is Mind Bolt effectively worth more than such a nice amount of scrap? It is a really good psychic power, and I've got slots for it. I can use it to attack enemy, like, crucial crew and just hit them really hard. I do like it. I think I'll take the psychic Mind Bolt. And we get more scrap anyway, which is nice. That is on fire. That's really bad. I need to fix that quickly. How do I do this? Let's vent the room of oxygen first. Get rid of those pesky... Oh, I could just do this. This makes it hard to fix, obviously, as I have no... Go out, please. There you go. Now close. It won't refuel, so I'm just going to have to do this with no oxygen in there. Fortunately, the HP drain due to no oxygen isn't that bad, so we can fix this quickly and save ourselves some HP. Fixed. Get out of there. Okay, we're kind of okay. Right, mind bullets. Who wants that? Spare slot is on myself, so I might as well use that. Not really contributing any other way right now. There, you can attack someone at range. And I could potentially improve my shields. I don't need to right this second, so I'll hold on to the scrap. See how I want to handle it. Do I want the mechanic? Not really. So if I'm not going to the mechanic, I might as well just use the upgrade now. The less damage I take, the less I have to spend repairing, so the more scrap I have overall to like improve the ship. Upgrade this. 3 tiers of shield. Fish. Oh, we have a neuralizer. Great. I don't intend to use it. Yeah, whatever. I'm just going to sell it when I go to a shop later. Don't know what the sell value is, but there you are. What does power cost? 1. I suppose it would theoretically be easier to use than this, but I think that'll be more useful later on. Up or down? Up it is. Oh, their sensors are strong enough I can't see them. Interesting. You exit subspace and find a raider vessel awaiting your arrival. Looks like you're new in the neighbourhood. We're the welcome committee. The ship swoops in to attack. Oh dear. Well, if you're not going to be fighting, man our sensor suite, as that will allow us to see what's going on. Their weapons are entirely non-threatening, so who cares? There you go, now I can see. There is a big fellow there, he's quite scary. If I can fear him, that would be perfect, and I can beat everyone else to death. Summon in the Noxious Dead. Where is the question? Just into there, why not? Then throw in you. We're in this room alone. Who's coming to fight me? The big one. Good, I can fear you. Give him a second to arrive. Now he's here. I'll wait for the other one to pop in. Fear. They're now afraid. Now I'm free to do what I want. Are they going to just, like, full-on run? They will constantly run away from me, so I may as well kill these other ones while I have time. Dead and on fire. Commanders are immune to fire, but these other ones won't be. So he's now poisoned and on fire. I'm going to take a lot of damage from this, sadly. Should I send help? Can't send any bot spawn. I could dance you out of the room and fire a mind bullet at them. Bear in mind, this has a travel speed, so it's unlikely I'll be able to perfectly hit them. Bit of a pain in the neck. Does it hurt me? I'm guessing friendly fire does count, I'm afraid. Let's try this. Fire that. Off it goes, and I'll get you out of the way in just the last second. About now-ish? Too soon. No, they're going to escape. No, I caught one of them, that's good. But I want to be in the fire room, as that's constantly killing them. Big, tough servo excavator that's going to take a while to chew through. It's cost me some HP. But we'll get there in the end. I mean, really, what I probably should have done instead is I should have just not bothered boarding, as their weapons can't penetrate our shield, so we could have just killed them with our putrefactors after a couple shots, and I wouldn't have to take a whole load of damage. I haven't really been I just want to play with the Death Knight. Such a good toy. You come under attack from a techno-occult vessel. Perhaps the corrosive flux vapors permeating the region have affected their judgment. That is a very, very well-crewed ship. Flux priests all over the place. Engineers. 3 projectile. Okay, so that 3 projectile gun can get through us, which is a tad annoying. Maybe I'll do a little bit of boarding just once to knock them out and then jump back. So, Noxious dead, please. And Chaos Rift. They've arrived, so we're now Chaos Rift. We've popped up here. I'm going to go share that room with them as it's quite useful. Hopefully as I run over there I can fear them in a good spot. Just get there in time. We're there. Okay, let's hit fear. You are now afraid. Did not work. I was moving. Now you're afraid. That one isn't afraid, interestingly. I'll probably have to leave that now they're on fire as well, which is good. I'm taking far too much damage. It's time to go. And then we throw some putrefaction in here. Their shields would be a good target, so that allows us to do more damage later easier. Yep. Don't like how much damage you've taken there. I need to lay off the boarding, particularly with massive crews like this. Also we're immune to poison, who cares? This is one of the effect zones that really doesn't concern us. Just keep hitting this. Oh, should I fire Mind Bolt to someone? You're quite low HP. Hit that. Swoosh. Minus 50. Oh, they're both dead. Good shot. Just pick them off. Should use that more aggressively. Shield's nice and low. Actually missed the shot. Yeah. This is an easy win. Throwing Noxious dead around is also fun. They're trying to run. Interesting. They have to get all the way charged, but yeah, if they take guys off their command throne, it doesn't really help. So I need to work over the engines now, though. It's what's happening. I'm just fire it now. They've got almost no dodge chance and no shields. Engines off. And the poison is doing its job nicely. They're rather struggling. I fire another Mind Bolt. Yes, I can. Who am I going to hit it with? He's the one going for the... How much HP do you have left? 18. And you're poisoned for 1 second, so Mind Bolt sadly won't kill him. I was hoping they'd bunch up there. Fine, kill this one. Black dead. Oh. Shit came apart before I could poison them into submission. Free scrap, thank you. Free air quotes. They obviously didn't want it anymore, so it's free of charge. Your cartographic data indicates the presence of an Imperial munitions depot. As you approach, a Corsair starship suddenly drops out of subspace and begins firing at the depot. The workers of the depot broadcast a request for help. Defend the munitions depot. As you move into attack, a second raider vessel starships emerge from hiding. The two vessels begin firing upon each other. You overhear intense yelling over the comms. Back off, you stupid slug-eating pile of... Oh, they blew... The two Corsair vessels end up destroying each other in the ensuing fight. You return to the munitions depot and contact the Overseer. He is as dumbfounded as you are about what just happened. He nevertheless sends you a small reward and appreciation for your efforts. I think we would have gotten more if they, hadn't blown each other out in the sky. Whatever, it's free resources. Let's not whine too loudly. You are ambushed by pirates while in close proximity to a large star. It must be crazy to engage you at a place like this. You're mine now. That is a pathetic crew allotment, so we can easily just board and slaughter them. Their weapons are not really enough to bother us either. We have arrived. Greetings, everyone. That's an almost instant win. Going to Mind Bolt the room they're in. I don't care if the rot spawn die. Just do some damage for free. Now we wait a second. Gonna come fight me. You're gonna come fight me. How brave. Oh, they actually did get shot through. Did just enough. I don't know what that was. We have fires about though, so let's vent some stuff. The design of the ship's a bit of a pain in the neck, honestly. Tell you what, if I use you to kill this quickly. Right, now I can recall you and you're immune to fire. I'm going to use you to put out this. So this one's easy to put out. I'll have you do that. This is a bit headache. You stand down here and I'll vent this room. This room, this room, this room, and this room. So that'll be taken care of. And if you could just stand on that one, as you can't be hurt by the blaze. Oh, I need to vent this one as well, do I? Okay, fine. Let's do that. Valiant. Oh, there's going to be another wave of fire here in a second. Let's close some doors, please. I don't want to be set on fire again before I jump. Don't think I have any say in the matter, sadly. Now, that is as long as I can wait, I think. So if I hit return to stations, not you, stay there. Can you put out that fire before the next one? Yes, I can put it out before the next wave lands. Good. Now I'll warp to the planetary assault fortification. This is slightly awkward as we're obviously not quite done fixing things here, but this will do. Triangulate the source of the transmission to be one of the dilapidated bastions on the surface. Although the surface batteries of the colony have begun tracking your vessel, weak points in the fortifications offer the possibility of infiltration opportunities for you. Okay, so fine. Hopefully by the time you get there you won't be dying of suffocation. Let's wait. There you go, now we're good. Alright, how do we do this? Now, one of these, we have to either kill everyone or kind of sneak in and blow these up. I think it's honestly easier to kill everything. They've only got 2 genuine combatants, which are the Marshal and the Centurion. So if I just work all the rest of them down with, like, Noxious Dead and Mind Bullets. I'm throwing a Mind Bullet at the big one, as any DPS to him is great. I'm going to spawn my Noxious Dead in a room. Their weapon systems are a beam, a one-shot disruptor, and a saber missile. That's annoying. I need to hit that missile system quickly. I don't think the Rot Spawn defeats Husks, sadly, so we're going to lose this fight. I want to summon a Thrall, but it'll take forever. What I could do is send my Knight in and use Fear on the Centurion, and then just kill everything else. Everything's been poisoned. We're too far away to double stack, so I'll just send you in now. Who's coming to fight me? Currently just one of these, so let's wait. Get Fear ready here. I'm also going to hit their saber system, so put everything into this. Make the Centurion arrive. Okay, the Centurion is here, and we'll now fear them. Get out of here. Okay, now we stand in this room and kill some Husks. And now they're on fire, which won't bother him annoyingly, but we'll handle everything else. We got hurt. They managed to slip one through, which is irritating. Let's fix that. That should be pretty much everything dead except for him. Should I fire some putrefaction rounds in here? It's not a huge point. Let's disable their life support, so that's going to be a headache for them to deal with. I should probably just leave at this point, as I'm not going to be able to defeat this. Yeah, I'm just taking damage for no reason. Let's go. Okay, the life support's off. We're fixing our system. That is the effect of the saber missile, I can presume. So they've got troubles of their own. It's just a lonely Centurion trying to fight back. Let's poison him as well, why not? I don't know if poison and fire can exist in the same room. I'm guessing fire just eats it. Trying to put out more fires, that's good. Please don't... I don't think I lose the vaults to fire, which is convenient. Oh, it blew up. He couldn't stop it in time. I lost that one. Shame. The big one's the one that matters though, so we're okay. How do I kill you effectively? Just by throwing goons at you until you finally succumb? Yeah, let's put some rot spawn in here. Why are you going for that and not your life support, you fool? Oh, well, okay, I'll get that one for free. Thank you. I've been poisoned as well. Surely you'll eventually realise that you have to fix life support. You're kind of running out of juice here. Pieced it together, it seems. I'll just destroy it again once he's done. Give me a second. There you go. Good fixing. And now there's no oxygen in the place. Oh, I see what's happening. I'm auto-firing this, which is causing it to not get through. Oh, he succumbed. What a shame. Defending garrison has been eliminated. To ensure retrieval of scrap and energy beam. Interesting. There's nothing left to be done. Depart now. Right, loadout. So another weapon I can't really utilise. I suppose it's time to start upgrading weapon systems. They're both power 2, so would I want the putrefactors to hit their shields and then let the energy beam hit stuff, or use the magnetic pulse to drop their shields so I can then putrefact things? Yeah, stunned. Oh, it stuns crew as well, that's not bad. So you can if you hit the crew where they're actually standing, that's pretty cool. Travel time is slow, 13 seconds, 12 seconds. They're kind of synonymous, so actually I would prefer that one. Do I want the Shaman or Corrosive Gas? That's fantastic for us, we don't care. Shaman allows us to buy Psychomantic stuff, maybe an extra Deathbringer if we're very lucky. I have the scrap for it, and I've got weapons to sell, I think it makes sense. Independent trader requests communication with you. They have some items for sale. The war cult's practice of enslaving entire colonies to manufacture weapons aboard their starships is efficient and ruthless. They exploit every resource to fuel their war machines. Alright, do we have any death cultists? A sorcerer, Ghoul Magus, which is incredibly fragile. Burden, cast a projectile that slows all crew. That's not very good. Oh, that's why. Because he's so pathetic, he's got like 10 health and will die. But we do have a Mortician who's a death cultist, who's a no-brainer. In you come. Who also has Noxious Dead. Good, we can spawn 6 of them and really mess them up. For other options, we have the Force Shield. Yeah, Force Shield. Fireball, which is what you think, and Blood Curse. Cast a projectile that deals 10 HP damage and curses hostile crew in target room. Cursed crew spawn for... Okay, so if they do die, then spawn new enemies they have to deal with. Do I have any extra slots for that? But is there anything I want to trade out? They're both excellent. Well, Thrall's kind of pants, honestly. It's so slow to charge that it costs... It summons a 10 HP Thrall who's not really any better than, like, any one of the Noxious Dead. It's actually kind of terrible. Maybe I'm being mean-spirited. It might be the case that this is designed for a different kind of ship, one of the Blood Cultist ships, and it's just not synergizing well with us at all. In which case, Blood Curse would probably be more efficient. Because we're going to be killing them all anyway, and then we can just... this costs absolutely nothing, it is a crew member, so honestly, sod it. I'm just going to use you to man a station. Right, turn. Having the extra body is probably worth it just for having someone there. Someone wants to man the systems, that'll be you. And a Mortician who's going to be throwing undead around. Where are you going to stand? We've manned all the systems that can be manned now, which is quite nice. Nothing else to do there. I would probably want you, however, to help me with boarding attacks, so I'll use you to man the weapons. There we go, so you can now be sent over with us. You're pretty tough, you have high HP, high damage, so you should be helping. It's not comparable to the outrageous Death Knight, but still good. And we have Burden. Cast a projectile that slows hostile units in target area. Is slowing them down really that effective? It would allow me to kite, I suppose. I could run around the enemy ship, or I could trade that out for one of these. Throw a fireball at them, or Blood Curse. I think Blood Curse would probably be the better option. So my Blood Curse targets hop in with my troops, set them on fire, poison them, kill them, and then they spawn extra enemies to deal with. The downside would be is that the thralls that would spawn would not be immune to fire or poison, so they would likely spawn in an environment that would almost instantly kill them, and I won't be able to control them, as they're not a controllable unit. They're like my Noxious Dead, where they just do whatever they want to do, so largely pointless actually. Right, so these are sellable for quite a lot, which is nice. That requires only 1 power, which is probably why it's so good. Inflicts 5 HD damage and stuns crew. Yeah, that's quite potent. I'll sell this as it's just too strong. I'm not going to be making use of that. So these are both sell price 30. So we can imagine how this would go. We can either use this, fire it, hit their shields and kind of stun their shields. And that's how that works. And then we can start like damaging things with just the regular guns, or use this one. Use these guns just to get through their shielding. So they drop and then neuralize anything inside. They get stunned. They lose HP damage. The thing is, it will probably stun my guys as well, so it's very difficult to use in a kind of synergistic way. Ends up getting in the way quite a bit. I guess I could stun other targets I'm not directly engaging. Repair drone to repair systems, I think we're okay. Let's do this first. We're at full HP. Micro shield, consumable shield against hostile projectiles, or dark matter prism. Teleport self and nearby allied crew to target room. Deals 15 damage to enemies in target room. That's pretty good, but it's one use only, which is why it's so cheap. That being said, it costs nothing, so I'm happy to take it. Someone can make use of that. Probably go on me. Oh, I don't have tool slots. Shame. All I've got is armor and weapon and psychic power. Who has a tool spare? You, in case I really wanted to send you over in an emergency. Which of these do we sell? Sadly, what I could do actually, so what would happen next is if we warped, it would be the Stargate, so then I'd stop the part there. So what I'll do in this moment, I think if I stop now, I can then leave this open so you can give me some feedback. So which of these do you think would be better in terms of getting the system to work? Or should I in fact maybe sell one of these and do this? I've got a number of options here, so if you want to give me some like hints as to what you think a good build here would be, let me know. And we'll stop there. So thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. If so, do consider liking and subscribing. It would, of course, help out the channel. I do really appreciate. So thank you very much for coming along. I do hope you enjoyed. If you do leave comments, I will take the time to stop and read them all. So feedback is obviously great. Or if you just want to chat with me and others, that's great too. Hopefully the shop is still here for us when I come back next time. I can't guarantee it, but it's worth a go. See you next time. Thank you.